Luxury, a sign of success. A luxury car. I've had luxury cars. I've had a Jaguar. I've had a Range Rover. I've had a few luxury cars in my life. I've lived in luxury communities. And I've also lived an extreme minimalistic life. I've lived out of my car. I lived with just a bag of clothes. I used to have a lot of fancy clothes. And I basically could live with no clothes, just basic clothes from Walmart. So, what am I trying to say? What's the message in this video? Well, there is a season for everything. When you're young, I think luxury, again, is a sign of success. It's an accomplishment. I think when you're young, there's peer pressure. And so that's normal. That's not bad. It's just normal. It's life. You have to go through that, to experience it. And I think when you become older, I don't think you should feel guilty for wanting to live in luxury. If you like nice things, and if you earn money, and if you don't hurt or manipulate people, nothing wrong with luxury. For me, I kind of get, I don't want to say bothered by luxury, because I like to be in luxurious areas, nice areas, okay? But I really don't like luxury cars anymore. I can appreciate how they look and the value that they have, the comfort, but I like basic things because I like basic maintenance, and I like to spend my time not worrying about my stuff. Even recently, I purchased a piece of property, a lot on the beach in a luxury area, on that, surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes. So I see value in a level of luxury, but mainly just in your environment. I think there is a good goal to be in an environment that's luxurious, but also sometimes in luxurious communities, there could be a little snobbiness, right? But certainly sometimes in bad communities, there could be a little bit of crime, drug abuse, right? So everything has a give and a take. So the goal is to put yourself in a good environment and to remember that stuff, doesn't have to be luxurious, because stuff is just stuff. Environment is important, because environment, always think of a plant, an environment, it's easier to grow in a good environment. Tupac had a quote that he basically compared himself to being a rose growing through a concrete crack. And it's possible that a flower could grow through concrete through a very, very bad environment. But also, Tupac died young. The more you hang around in bad environments and the less you grow and separate yourself from that, the more risk you put yourself at. So environment, I think, is very important for a level of luxury. Okay? Stuff, a car, clothes, I don't think that matters as much, because I think that it's just stuff, then it's just peer pressure. There's nothing wrong if you like it. And I think it may be a little bit harder for a woman to be minimalist, because I understand that, women like appearance. They like to look good, feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that. And some men too. I used to like it. So I want you to separate luxury from simplicity. I think it's good to be simple. I think sometimes people use minimalism and simplicity to live in poverty, rather than to push themselves out of poverty but still live simple. No disrespect to anyone, because I understand everyone has limits and everyone has their own unique circumstance, but it's my job to share my experience. And my experience is that love and respect to everyone, number one. Number two is, for you, put the emphasis on being in a good environment, not necessarily having the best of stuff. But I can't begrudge you, because I've had some good stuff. I've also lived with basically no stuff. So I could tell you from both perspectives. The main thing is your health. The main thing is your income. And the main thing is your ability to not worship stuff or let stuff control your life. Because your life is your daily routine and what you do and what you're not controlled by and what you are controlled by, self-control. If you have to dress up to impress someone, you're going to be on a dog and pony show the rest of your life. You don't want to do that. It's like, then everything, you got to get plastic surgery, keep people happy. Everything's this algorithm of, like, you know what I mean? But I've also dated some girls, you know, they like it simple, but they also like it luxury. And I'm not mad at it because we're all like that. But don't do things as you get. The best part about being older is less peer pressure. At least it should be. As you mature and you put less of an emphasis on impressing other people. Now, as you mature, the best part about getting old is that, you know, if they don't like me now, fuck them. They ain't never gonna like me, right? You know, I mean, how much you gonna fucking dog and pony show life? Don't begrudge yourself. That's the best part about getting old. Because the worst part about getting old is, you know, physically you're gonna decay. You're gonna go through more hardship because more people you know are gonna pass away. You know, it's harder to stay encouraged. So, you know, that's the bad part about getting old. The good part about getting old is, hey, you know, if they don't like my old ass now, shit, they ain't never gonna like me. Fuck them, you know. So the earlier you can adapt that, the better. But you know, again, I think keep it simple. I think your stuff, don't make it too complicated. Okay, I struggle with buying a little lot. Okay, with a RV on it. Okay, and even that, like, I go back and forth a little bit. But the one reason I like it is the environment. Okay, but I didn't buy it for luxury. I bought it for atmosphere, and I bought it for my daily routine. You know, because I could have just bought a $100,000 RV. I could have, you could do so many things with your time and your money, right? So don't just do it because it's luxury. Learn to live simple, but learn to excel above being cheap. Not being cheap as far as like you're unwilling to buy cheap stuff or shop at the Dollar Tree or something like that. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, carry yourself. I always say, like, Coming to America, one of the things I liked about that movie was Eddie Murphy went through a scene and the girl he was trying to get with, she was dating a guy that had a lot of luxury. He was the president of Soul Glow. Let your soul glow. Jerry Curl Activator. And Eddie Murphy, even though he was a king and he had a lot of money and luxury, he was working at McDonald's, basically, McDowell's in the movie, and he was working a minimum wage job, but he carried himself with royalty. Like, his presence was royalty, how he carried himself and how he swept the floor with dignity, right? And the girl was impressed by it. She said, man, something different about you. Now, again, I recognize, you know, not too many people can get with someone that's working a minimum wage job, but I also would tell you, if someone's going to get with you just because you have a good job, then they ain't worth shit anyway. Carry yourself as your royalty, but don't think of yourself as royalty. Just, you know, live your life in a simple, minimalistic way. And, you know, if you want to get nice stuff, fine. If you don't, fine. You know, but I think as you mature, separate luxury from the stuff versus luxury in atmosphere. Because atmosphere and environment is very important. For how you feel, okay, and then just, you know, whether you're wearing a Walmart T-shirt or a Versace shirt, just carry yourself that the shirt doesn't make me, okay, the tank top doesn't, you know, it's you know, my well-being, okay, and that's the best part about getting old, that maturity, okay, and not worrying, you know, like if they don't like me in this, who cares, you know, and that's a freedom, that's a freedom. You don't want to be a prisoner to your insecurities. So I hope this video helped. If it did and you want to support the channel, click that super thanks. You want to be a member and get unlimited access to all my live feeds, click that blue join button. Thank you to all my members. Keep showing up. Keep doing the best you can. Structure your mind one step at a time. Push yourself to do stuff. And don't worry about luxury stuff, because it is just all stuff, but don't cheap your life away either. You know, it's like, you know, find a balance and find what you like. Okay, see you next video. Peace.